Change your thoughts, change your words, and your life will follow. The words you speak to yourself today become your reality tomorrow. So talk to yourself with power and watch your life transform in just 7 days. Words are the seeds of change. Plant them in your mind correctly every single day and see your life transform in ways you never imagined. The way you speak to yourself sets the direction for your life. For the next 7 days, choose words that push you forward. What if I told you that talking to yourself in a different way for just 7 days could completely change how you feel and act? Imagine waking up every day with a clear sense of purpose, feeling empowered, and knowing that you have the power to control your life. For the next few minutes, I want you to think about the impact your words have on your mind and how you view the world around you. If you start speaking to yourself with more confidence, positivity, and clarity, do you think your life could improve? In this video, I'm going to talk about the power of self-talk. I'll reveal how changing the way you talk to yourself can help you overcome doubt, build mental strength, and take control of your life. It's not about being perfect. It's about taking small steps every single day to create a mindset that works for you, not against you. Stick around because in the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly how to start using words that will motivate, inspire, and push you to achieve more than you ever thought possible. Now let's dive in. Number 1, say I can achieve anything I truly want. Every single day, the words you say to yourself shape your future. They determine the direction you take, the choices you make, and the strength you bring to each challenge. When you wake up and look at yourself in the mirror, say this: I can achieve anything I truly want. These are not just empty words. They are a foundation. They remind you that your ability is not limited by circumstance, but by belief. Most people underestimate the power of their thoughts and the words they say to themselves. They carry around doubts, fears, and insecurities that have been planted by others or developed through past failures. They let those thoughts control their actions and, ultimately, their results. But here's the truth. You are not bound by those thoughts unless you allow them to be your reality. When you say, I can achieve anything I truly want, you're choosing to reject those doubts. You're choosing to believe in something greater than your current situation. Think about the people who have come before you. People who had less than you do now. People who faced bigger challenges, harsher circumstances, and tougher opposition. Yet they achieved extraordinary things. Why? Because they believed they could. They didn't wait for permission, for the stars to align, or for someone to tell them it was possible. They decided for themselves. They said, I can achieve anything I truly want, and they acted on it. That belief was their starting point, their compass, and their fuel. You have to remind yourself daily that you are no different. You have the same capacity for greatness. When you tell yourself, I can achieve anything I truly want, you're not making a passive statement. You're giving your mind a command to follow. You're programming yourself to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You're setting a standard for how you approach your life, your goals, and your challenges. Now let me be clear. Saying these words alone won't magically transform your life. The road ahead will still have its twists and turns. You will face setbacks. You will encounter rejections. You will have moments of doubt where you question if it's all worth it. But those moments are temporary. They don't define you unless you let them. When you say, I can achieve anything I truly want, you're not claiming it will be easy. You're declaring that you're willing to work for it, to fight for it, and to stay consistent until it happens. Each time you repeat this phrase, take a moment to visualize what you want. Close your eyes if you need to. See yourself achieving your goal. Picture the end result clearly. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Imagine yourself holding that success in your hands. Feel the emotions as if it's already yours. The joy, the pride, the sense of accomplishment. Let those feelings wash over you because they are a glimpse of what's possible. When you combine those words with that level of visualization, it creates a powerful force inside you that drives you forward. Of course, not everyone will believe in you. Some will doubt your dreams. Others may even mock your ambition. But remember this, their opinions are a reflection of their own limitations, not yours. What they think about your goals doesn't matter. What matters is what you believe. History is full of people who were underestimated, who were told they couldn't do it, Yet they succeeded because they ignored the noise and trusted their inner voice. The voice that said, I can achieve anything I truly want. When you tell yourself this, you're not just building confidence, you're training your mind to think differently. Instead of focusing on problems, you start looking for solutions. If one door closes, you'll search for another. If the road is blocked, you'll find a way around it. Challenges won't intimidate you, they'll motivate you. Obstacles won't break you, they'll strengthen you. For the next 7 days, make this your mantra. Say it when you wake up. Say it before you go to sleep. Say it every time doubt starts creeping in. Speak those words out loud. I can achieve anything I truly want. Don't just whisper them. Say them with conviction, with power, with certainty. Speak as if you truly believe it, because that belief is the seed of change. At first, it might feel strange. It might feel unnatural. You might even doubt the words as you say them. That's okay. It's normal to feel resistance when you're breaking old patterns. But as the days go by, you'll start to notice a shift. Your posture will improve. You'll stand taller. Your energy will change. You'll feel a sense of control that you haven't felt before. You'll begin to notice opportunities that you might have overlooked because now your mind is actively searching for them. Your actions will also start to change. You'll approach your tasks with a renewed sense of purpose. You'll engage in conversations with more confidence. That belief in yourself will be reflected in your tone, your body language, and your decisions. People around you will notice it. They'll feel it. And more importantly, you'll feel it too. Remember, this isn't just about saying words. This is about transforming your mindset. It's about stepping into the version of yourself that refuses to settle for less than what you're capable of achieving. You might not have all the answers right now. You might not know every step of the journey, but the belief that I can achieve anything I truly want is your first step. It's the fuel that keeps you moving when the road gets tough. It's the anchor that keeps you grounded when doubts try to pull you off course. It's the light that guides you when everything else feels uncertain. This process isn't a magic trick. It's a commitment to yourself. It's about proving to yourself day after day that you are capable of more than you think. And it starts with the words you choose to speak to yourself. So for the next 7 days, make this your practice. When you wake up in the morning, say it. When you face a challenge, say it. When you're about to give up, say it louder. I can achieve anything I truly want. Watch how your mindset begins to change. Watch how your actions start to align with your goals. And watch how your life begins to shift in ways you never thought possible. This is your time. This is your opportunity. Speak to yourself with power, with conviction, and with the belief that nothing is out of reach. Because when you truly believe in your ability to achieve, nothing and no one can stop you. Number 2, I have the power to change everything. Every single day, you carry within you the ability to change everything about your life. It doesn't matter how long you've been stuck, how many mistakes you've made, or how impossible things may seem. You have the power to make a decision that transforms your entire reality. No one else can do this for you. No one else holds the key to your freedom, success, or happiness. That power belongs to you, and it always has. Think about the people who inspire you the most. The ones who overcame impossible odds, shattered barriers, and achieved things others only dream about. They didn't have magical advantages. They weren't waiting for someone to rescue them. They took control of their lives by realizing that the power to change begins with a choice. They stopped blaming their circumstances, their past, or anyone else for where they were. Instead, they asked themselves, what can I do today to take one step closer to the life I want? The truth is, the circumstances you face may not be your fault, but how you respond to them is entirely your responsibility. You can choose to stay stuck, replaying the same excuses, or you can rise above them. When you decide to take ownership of your life, everything changes. It's not about having all the answers. It's about starting where you are, with what you have, and committing to the idea that you have the power to change anything. Some people will try to convince you otherwise. They'll tell you that you're powerless, that the system is against you, or that success is only for the lucky few. But those are just stories designed to keep people stuck. The truth is, every small action you take can lead to something bigger. Change doesn't happen overnight, but it begins the moment you decide to stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the creator of your future. The power to change everything isn't about perfection. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to wait for the right time or the right conditions. The only thing you need is the willingness to start, to take that first uncomfortable step, to face your fears, doubts, and insecurities head on and move forward anyway. When you realize that you have the power to change everything, you stop making excuses. You stop waiting for someone else to fix your life. You stop blaming the past or wishing for things to be different. Instead, you start looking at what's possible. You start asking, what can I do today to move forward? It might be something small. It might be something that feels insignificant, but small steps taken consistently lead to massive transformations. This journey won't be easy. Change never is. You'll face challenges that make you question if it's worth it. You'll encounter setbacks that test your patience and resolve. But every time you push through, every time you refuse to give up, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. You remind yourself that you have the power to overcome anything. Visualize the life you want. Picture it clearly. What does it look like? Who are you in that life? How do you feel? Now understand this. The only thing standing between you and that vision is the decision to start. You don't need permission from anyone. You don't need perfect conditions. All you need is to believe that you have the power to change and then act on it. When you take ownership of your life, you become unstoppable. You realize that no failure is final, no setback is permanent, and no obstacle is too big. You learn to adapt, to persevere, and to keep moving forward. You stop fearing failure because you understand that every mistake is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to get closer to your goals. For the next 7 days, remind yourself of this truth every single day. When you wake up in the morning, say it out loud. I have the power to change everything. Say it when you feel discouraged. Say it when you feel stuck. Say it when you feel like giving up. Let those words remind you of who you are and what you're capable of. At first, it might feel difficult to believe. You might hear that inner voice telling you it's not true. But don't listen to that voice. That voice is just fear, trying to keep you in your comfort zone. The more you challenge it, the quieter it will become. And the more you remind yourself of your power, the stronger that belief will grow. Change doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you take intentional steps toward your goals. It happens when you stop letting fear control you and start acting with courage. It happens when you stop waiting for someone else to save you and start saving yourself. The life you want is within your reach, but you have to take that first step. You have to believe that you have the power to create it. This is your life. This is your chance. Every moment you spend doubting yourself is a moment you could be using to move closer to your dreams. Don't waste another second waiting for something to change. Be the change. Take control of your life and watch how everything around you begins to shift. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not defined by your past. You are not limited by what others think you can do. You are capable of more than you know. You have the power to change everything. Believe it, act on it, and never, ever stop. Number 3, I'm strong enough to face challenges. Every challenge you encounter in life is a test of your strength, a measure of your resolve, and an opportunity to prove what you're truly capable of. In those moments when everything feels like it's working against you, remind yourself of this undeniable truth. I am strong enough to face challenges. This is not just a statement. It's a declaration of who you are and the power you hold within. Strength doesn't mean you never feel fear or doubt. It doesn't mean you won't have moments of uncertainty or pain. Strength is about moving forward despite those feelings. It's about standing tall in the face of adversity and refusing to back down, no matter how overwhelming the situation may seem. When life throws obstacles in your path, it's easy to feel like giving up. It's tempting to believe the lie that you're not strong enough to handle it. But those thoughts don't define you. What defines you is how you respond. Every time you face a challenge, you're given a choice: to let it break you or to let it build you. Choosing the latter is what makes you stronger. Think back to the struggles you've overcome before. The moments you thought would crush you, but didn't. The times when you felt like you couldn't take another step, but somehow you did. Those experiences are proof of your resilience. They are reminders that you've faced difficulty before and come out stronger because of it. And if you've done it once, you can do it again. Challenges are not the end. They are the beginning of growth. Each obstacle you face forces you to dig deeper, to discover strengths you didn't even know you had. It's in those moments of hardship that you find out who you really are. Not the version of yourself that's comfortable and untested, but the version that's unshakable, determined, and unstoppable. When you tell yourself, "I'm strong enough to face challenges," you are setting the tone for how you will approach life. You are refusing to let fear or doubt control you. Instead, you are choosing to believe in your ability to rise above any difficulty. This belief doesn't just happen by chance. It's something you cultivate by reminding yourself every day that you are capable, resilient, and powerful. Challenges are inevitable. Whether it's a personal setback, a career obstacle, or a difficult relationship, life will test you. But these tests are not meant to defeat you. They are opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the next chapter of your life. The strength you build today will serve you tomorrow. Picture yourself standing in the face of a challenge. Maybe it's a decision you've been avoiding or a situation that feels too big to handle. Now imagine yourself tackling it head on. Imagine the feeling of accomplishment that comes from knowing you didn't back down. That feeling, that sense of triumph, is worth every ounce of effort you put in. Being strong enough to face challenges doesn't mean you have to do it alone. It's okay to ask for help, to lean on those who support you, and to seek guidance when you need it. Strength is not about isolation. It's about resilience, resourcefulness, and the determination to keep going, no matter what. For the next 7 days, repeat this truth to yourself. I am strong enough to face challenges. Say it in the morning when you wake up. Say it when you're about to tackle a difficult task. Say it at night before you sleep. Let these words remind you that no matter what comes your way, you have what it takes to handle it. Strength is not something you're born with. It's something you build. Each time you overcome a challenge, you're adding to that strength. You're proving to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever life throws at you. And the more you remind yourself of this, the stronger you become. You may not always feel strong. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when the weight of your challenges feels too heavy to bear. But in those moments, remember this. Strength is not about never feeling weak. It's about pushing forward despite the weakness. It's about refusing to let fear or doubt hold you back. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. It's a chance to prove to yourself that you are tougher than any obstacle. And with each victory, no matter how small, you become more confident, more capable, and more prepared for the road ahead. Remember, the strongest people you admire didn't become strong by avoiding challenges. They became strong by facing them, by falling and getting back up, by refusing to quit even when things seemed impossible. You have that same strength within you. It's waiting for you to tap into it, to use it, and to let it guide you through whatever lies ahead. Number 4, I deserve success and happiness always. You deserve success. You deserve happiness. Not just sometimes, not just when things feel easy, but always. This truth applies to you because being deserving is not conditional. It doesn't depend on how others see you or what they think about your worth. It depends on what you believe about yourself. When you remind yourself, I deserve success and happiness always, you're reclaiming your right to live a fulfilling life. Too often, people feel they have to earn the right to be happy. They think they need to suffer first or prove themselves to the world. But the truth is, success and happiness are not rewards for enduring hardship. They are part of what makes life worth living. To believe you deserve success and happiness is not arrogance. It's self-respect. It's recognizing that your time, energy, and dreams are valuable. It's understanding that you don't have to settle for less just because someone else says so. It's about knowing that your life matters and that you are worthy of the best it can offer. Now, success and happiness don't fall into your lap. You don't deserve them because of luck or privilege. You deserve them because you are willing to show up, to put in the effort, and to make decisions that align with the life you want. Deserving doesn't mean it's easy. It means you recognize your right to pursue what makes you fulfilled. Think about success. It's not just about achieving big goals or reaching milestones. True success is about doing work, that makes you proud, building relationships that add value to your life, and knowing you're making a difference. It's about waking up each day and feeling like you're moving closer to the life you envision for yourself. When you say, "I deserve success," you're reminding yourself that it's okay to aim high, to dream big, and to pursue what sets your soul on fire. Happiness is no different. It's not about waiting for some perfect moment to feel good. Happiness is about appreciating what you have now while working toward the future you want. It's about allowing yourself to enjoy the small joys and refusing to feel guilty for wanting more. When you say, "I deserve happiness," you're giving yourself permission to enjoy life fully. You're rejecting the idea that happiness is something you have to wait for or earn. But here's the truth. Many people struggle to feel deserving. They think about their past mistakes, their failures, or what they didn't do right. They use those moments as evidence to tell themselves they don't deserve success or happiness. This kind of thinking is a trap. Your mistakes don't define you. Your failures are not permanent. They're lessons, not verdicts. When you say, "I deserve success and happiness always," you are letting go of those self-imposed limits. You are choosing to focus on what's possible instead of what went wrong. You're reminding yourself that the past is behind you and that your future is shaped by the decisions you make today. The people around you might try to make you feel unworthy. They might criticize your dreams or doubt your abilities. But their opinions are not your truth. What they think about you doesn't matter. What you believe about yourself does. Success and happiness are not about proving anything to anyone else. They're about living in a way that feels true to who you are. Take a moment to picture the life you want. Imagine yourself living with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. Imagine waking up each day excited about what's ahead. That life is not out of reach. It's waiting for you to claim it. And it starts with believing that you deserve it. Every time you tell yourself, "I deserve success and happiness always," you're reinforcing that belief. You're training your mind to focus on opportunities instead of obstacles. You're giving yourself the courage to take risks, to try again, and to keep going, even when things get tough. Success and happiness require action. They require you to take responsibility for your life and your choices, but they also require belief. You can work hard all day long, but if deep down you don't think you deserve the rewards, you'll sabotage your own efforts. Believing you deserve success and happiness is the foundation for everything else. Start today by speaking these words with conviction. "I deserve success and happiness always." Say it when doubt creeps in. Say it when you're feeling overwhelmed. Say it when you're celebrating your victories. Let these words become your truth. Over time, you'll notice a shift. You'll start to make decisions that reflect your belief in your own worth. You'll stop settling for less than you deserve. You'll approach challenges with confidence, knowing they are stepping stones toward the life you want. This belief doesn't just change how you think. It changes how you act. It changes the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and the way you interact with the world. And as you change, so does your life. Remember this: you deserve success and happiness not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. You are worthy, you are capable, and you are deserving of the best that life has to offer. Keep this belief close to your heart and let it guide you toward the life you've always wanted. Number 5, I am stronger than my fears. Fear is something that everyone experiences. It's a part of being human. No one is immune to it, no matter how tough they may seem. But here's the truth you need to embrace. You are stronger than your fears. Yes, the very fears that hold you back, the ones that whisper in your ear, telling you to stop or that you're not good enough. Those fears are not as powerful as the strength that lies within you. Every challenge you face, every obstacle in your path, is a chance to remind yourself that you have the power to overcome it. All you need is to believe in your own strength. Fear tries to control us. It tells us that we're not worthy, that we can't do something, that failure is inevitable. It tries to keep us stuck in our comfort zones. But every time you give in to fear, you give away your power. When fear starts to take control, remind yourself, I am stronger than my fears. These aren't just words to say, they are a declaration of your inner strength. They remind you that fear does not define you. It never has, and it never will. One of the main ways fear exerts its power over us is by creating uncertainty. It feeds on the unknown, convincing you that the worst-case scenario is the only possibility. It can make you think failure is just around the corner, that you're going to fall flat on your face, and that it's not even worth trying. But this is a lie. Fear thrives on your doubts, on your insecurities. It only has power when you let it. The moment you stand up to fear, look it in the eye, and face it head on, that's when it starts to lose its grip on you. Think about those times in your life when fear almost stopped you from moving forward. Maybe it was the time you thought about starting a new business, or the time you considered taking a risk in your career, or when you had to speak up for yourself, but fear told you it wasn't worth it. In those moments, fear tried to hold you back, but you didn't let it. You chose to keep going. And because you did, you are here today. You are living proof that you are stronger than your fears. Fear is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of growth. Whenever you step out of your comfort zone, whenever you push yourself to do something you've never done before, that's when fear shows up. And that's a good thing. It means you're stepping into something new. It means you're about to grow. You won't always feel fearless, and that's okay. The strongest people aren't fearless. They are people who continue to move forward in the face of fear. Strength doesn't come from being free of fear. It comes from moving forward despite it. Fear may always be present, but it will never stop you if you refuse to let it. When you say, I am stronger than my fears, you are reminding yourself that fear has no hold over you. Fear is just a thought, a feeling, and it has no real power unless you give it permission. The only thing that can stop you is your decision to let fear control your actions. But you are stronger than that. You are not driven by what could go wrong, but by what could go right. Every time you face your fears, you build confidence. And with each victory, you become stronger. You learn to trust yourself more, and the fear begins to lose its power over you. It's time to ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? You think you can't do it? You think failure is just around the corner? Most of the time, the worst isn't as bad as we imagine. Our minds like to exaggerate the danger. The truth is, most of our fears are just stories we tell ourselves. They're not real. The fear you feel, the voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough, telling you that you'll fail, is just a part of you. It's not the truth. It doesn't control you unless you let it. You are the one in control. The only thing that stands between you and success is your own willingness to push through that fear. Every time you face fear, you gain something invaluable. Courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the willingness to act in spite of it. Every time you take that step forward, even when your knees are shaking, even when your heart is pounding in your chest, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your fears. Courage is not about feeling fearless. It's about taking action anyway. Think about the people you admire, the ones who've achieved greatness. Do you think they were born fearless? Do you think they never felt doubt or fear? Of course they did. The difference between them and those who never achieve greatness is that they chose to face their fears. They didn't let fear stop them. They used it as fuel to keep going. They fought through the doubt, the worry, and the hesitation. They understood something crucial. Fear is not a wall to stop you. It's a challenge to overcome. You are no different. You have that same strength inside of you. You have the same ability to push through your fears, to face them head on and keep moving forward. And with every step you take, you get stronger. Fear doesn't go away, but your ability to deal with it, to ignore it, and to keep moving forward gets better. You get better at controlling your reactions. You get better at choosing courage over hesitation. You become more resilient, more capable, and more powerful every single day. Understand this. Fear is always going to be there. It's not going away, but you get to decide how you respond to it. Fear will always be lurking in the background, ready to jump out when you least expect it. But it's in how you respond to it that your true strength lies. You can let fear hold you back, or you can let it drive you forward. You can let it paralyze you, or you can use it as a catalyst to push harder, move faster, and aim higher. When you say, I am stronger than my fears, you are taking back your power. You are reminding yourself that you are in control. You are capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. Fear is not an enemy. It's simply a sign that you're on the right path. It's a sign that you're doing something worth doing, something that's going to stretch you, grow you, and make you better than you were before. Start today. The next time fear tries to creep in, the next time it tells you to stop, to give up, to settle for less, remind yourself, I'm stronger than my fears. Let those words be your shield, your armor, and your strength. Let them remind you that you are more than capable of facing whatever comes your way. Fear may knock at the door, but you get to decide whether or not to let it in. The next time fear tells you that you can't do it, that you're not strong enough, that it's not worth it, remind yourself, I am stronger than my fears. And in that moment, you will know that your courage, your determination, and your strength will always be greater than any fear that stands in your way. Fear can only control you if you let it. But now, you know you are stronger than that. Number 6, I grow wiser with every experience. Every experience in life, whether good or bad, teaches you something valuable. We often view challenges as obstacles, but they are actually opportunities to grow. Every single thing you go through, every moment, no matter how difficult or uncomfortable, shapes you and makes you wiser. You grow wiser with every experience, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time. Wisdom doesn't come from avoiding mistakes or living a life without struggle. Wisdom is born from facing challenges head-on, learning from them, and using those lessons to move forward. The more you experience life, the more you understand about yourself, about others, and about the world around you. Each experience, even the painful ones, gives you the tools to make better decisions in the future. They give you the insight to see things clearly, even when the world feels chaotic. Think about the tough moments in your life. The times you thought you couldn't handle it, the times you felt lost or uncertain. You may not have known it then, but those were the moments that were making you stronger, more resilient, and wiser. The struggles you faced, the failures you endured, they were not roadblocks. They were stepping stones. They were pushing you to grow, to evolve, and to step into the person you are today. It's easy to focus on the negatives in life, to get caught up in the bad moments. But the truth is, these moments are the ones that make you wiser. The difficult experiences are the ones that give you perspective, that teach you patience, and that help you understand the value of hard work and perseverance. Wisdom comes from living through the ups and downs, learning from them, and never giving up. It's the ability to take every experience, no matter how small, and turn it into a lesson for the future. Every time you make a mistake, you are one step closer to wisdom. Every time you face a setback, you gain more knowledge about what works and what doesn't. Each failure, each mistake, each setback is just part of your journey. It's a part of the process of becoming who you are meant to be. With every experience, you become more aware of your strengths and weaknesses, more understanding of your goals, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Sometimes wisdom comes when you least expect it. It's not always a sudden realization. It's often a slow process, a gradual change in your mindset. As you accumulate experiences, you begin to see patterns. You start to recognize the things that truly matter and the things that are just distractions. You begin to prioritize what is important, and with that prioritization comes wisdom. Wisdom also comes from reflection. When you take the time to look back at your past experiences, to analyze them, and to understand what you've learned from them, you gain wisdom. It's not enough to just go through the motions. To truly grow wiser, you need to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what did I learn from that? How can I apply this lesson to my life today? Reflection helps you gain deeper insights into your experiences and allows you to grow from them. The more experiences you have, the more you understand that life is not about avoiding problems. It's about learning how to navigate them. Wisdom is the ability to face adversity and come out stronger on the other side. Every challenge you face gives you the opportunity to sharpen your skills, improve your mindset, and become more equipped for the future. As you move forward, remember that every experience is shaping you. No matter what happens, you are growing wiser, more capable, and more equipped to handle whatever life throws at you. Don't be afraid of the challenges. Embrace them. Welcome the lessons they bring. The more you experience, the more you learn, and the wiser you become. You are growing wiser with every experience, and that wisdom is what will guide you to greater success, to more peace, and to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. With every new challenge, you are becoming more prepared for the next one. Each experience, no matter how hard it may seem at the time, is making you wiser than you were yesterday. Keep going, keep learning, and watch how your wisdom grows with every step you take. Number 7, I am grateful for my life today. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you can use to transform your life. Being grateful for your life today doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means recognizing the value in what you have right now, in this moment. The simple fact that you are alive, breathing, and able to experience another day is something to be thankful for. Life is a gift, and by being grateful for it, you open yourself up to even more blessings. Sometimes we get caught up in what we don't have, what we want to change, or what we think is missing from our lives. But the truth is, there is so much to be grateful for right in front of you. Your health, your family, your friends, even the small things like a warm meal or a peaceful moment of quiet are reasons to be thankful. It's easy to forget these simple blessings when you're focused on what's not going well. But the power of gratitude comes from shifting your focus to what is good in your life today. Gratitude brings clarity. It allows you to see things in a new light, reminding you of the positive things that often go unnoticed. It doesn't matter if your life isn't where you want it to be yet. What matters is that you are here, alive, and have the power to change it. This moment, this very second, is the only thing that truly matters. By appreciating where you are right now, you empower yourself to create the future you desire. When you begin each day with gratitude, you shift your mindset. You set the tone for everything that follows. Instead of waking up thinking about everything that needs to be done or worrying about what's going wrong, you start by appreciating the fact that you are here. You have this opportunity to experience life. There is always something to be thankful for, no matter how small. And when you focus on gratitude, it multiplies. You begin to notice more good things around you, and you attract even more reasons to be grateful. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a practice. It's something you cultivate every single day. It's easy to be grateful when things are going well, but true gratitude shines through during the tough times. In those moments, you have the choice to focus on the negative or to look for the positives, no matter how small they seem. Maybe it's the support of a friend, a moment of peace amidst chaos, or simply the strength to keep going. Every challenge you face is a lesson, and even in the struggles, there's something to be thankful for. The more grateful you are, the more you realize just how much you've been given. Gratitude helps you recognize the abundance in your life. It shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. Instead of thinking about what's missing or what you lack, gratitude allows you to appreciate what's already here. You start to see how much you have rather than what you don't have. Being grateful for your life today doesn't mean settling or becoming complacent. It means finding peace and contentment with where you are, while still striving for growth and improvement. It's about accepting where you are right now and knowing that you can always improve, but appreciating the journey. Every experience, good or bad, contributes to the person you're becoming. So even when things aren't perfect, there's always something to be thankful for. Gratitude also deepens your connections with others. When you express your thanks for the people in your life, it strengthens your relationships. You begin to see the value in the people who surround you, and you start to focus on the love and support that's available to you. It's easy to take people for granted, but when you're grateful for them, you acknowledge their role in your life and the impact they have on your happiness. Gratitude is not just for the big moments, it's for the small ones too. The laughter of a child, a smile from a stranger, or a peaceful moment with your thoughts. These are the moments that make life beautiful. When you are grateful for your life today, you embrace everything. The highs and the lows, the easy moments and the challenging ones. All of it is part of the bigger picture, and all of it is worth appreciating. So, take a moment today and reflect on your life. What are you thankful for right now? Even in the toughest times, there's always something worth recognizing. Whether it's your health, your loved ones, or your ability to keep moving forward, you are blessed, you are alive, and that alone is something to be grateful for. Number 8, I have the courage to succeed. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to move forward despite it. The courage to succeed lies in your ability to take action, even when you're uncertain, unsure, or afraid. Every successful person you admire has faced moments of doubt, but they didn't let it stop them. They found the courage to push through, to keep going when others would have quit. You may look at your goals and feel overwhelmed by how far away they seem. But the courage to succeed doesn't require you to have everything figured out right away. It's about taking that first step, even when you don't know what the path ahead looks like. The key is starting, and once you start, you build momentum. Courage comes from action. It's a muscle that grows stronger the more you use it. The fear of failure holds many people back. But failure is simply part of the journey to success. You have to be willing to embrace mistakes and setbacks, knowing they don't define you. They teach you. When you're willing to fail, you open yourself to the possibility of greatness. The only real failure is in not trying, in letting fear control you. You have the courage to rise above that fear, to try again and again until you reach your goals. Courage doesn't mean doing everything perfectly. It means continuing, even when the path is difficult. It's about showing up, doing the work, and refusing to give up. You will encounter obstacles, but with courage, you face them head on. You may stumble, you may fall, but you will always get back up. The ability to succeed doesn't lie in avoiding challenges. It lies in the courage to face them and keep moving forward. Think of the times in your life when you've been afraid to try something new or take a big leap. What made you do it? It was your courage. You found the strength within yourself to push past the doubts and the fears. Even if it didn't go as planned, you still succeeded by having the courage to try. Success doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from stepping into the unknown, from having the courage to venture beyond your comfort zone. The courage to succeed also comes from within. It's about trusting yourself, believing in your abilities, and knowing that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Self-doubt is a natural part of the process, but it doesn't have to dictate your actions. With courage, you rise above it and you remind yourself of your strengths. You are more than capable of succeeding. You have the courage to make it happen. Every day is an opportunity to strengthen your courage. Every decision you make, every action you take is a chance to reinforce your belief in yourself. The more you choose courage, the easier it becomes to face the challenges ahead. The more you choose courage, the more success you create for yourself. Success isn't reserved for the fearless. It's for those who are willing to take the leap, even when they're scared. The courage to succeed is about focusing on the bigger picture. It's about understanding that success isn't an overnight achievement. It's the result of consistent effort and resilience. When you break your goals into smaller, manageable steps, you begin to see that success is within reach. It's not about being perfect or having everything fall into place right away. It's about staying committed, staying courageous, and believing in yourself every step of the way. When you say to yourself, I have the courage to succeed, you are affirming that no matter what comes your way, you are ready to face it. You are acknowledging your power, your ability to push through obstacles, and your strength to keep moving forward. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but the determination to succeed despite it. The road to success is not always easy, but with courage, it becomes possible. Every time you act in spite of your fear, you are becoming stronger. With each step, you are proving to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. You are building a mindset of resilience and confidence. Every setback is a lesson, and every victory, no matter how small, is proof that you have the courage to succeed. So the next time you feel doubt creeping in or fear telling you to hold back, remind yourself, I have the courage to succeed. Let that thought guide you. Take action, even if it's just one small step. Every step you take toward your goals is a victory, and every victory fuels your courage. Keep moving forward, because success is not about avoiding fear. It's about having the courage to move through it. Number 9, my actions today shape my future. The choices you make today will determine who you become tomorrow. Every action you take, no matter how small, is shaping your future. Your future isn't something that just happens to you. It's built by the decisions you make right now. You may not see the immediate results, but everything you do today plants a seed for tomorrow's growth. The habits you form, the things you choose to focus on, and the way you spend your time all add up. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The future is not something to be taken for granted. It's something you are actively building with each passing second. Think about the habits you're forming today. Are they moving you closer to your dreams, or are they holding you back? The things you do consistently create your reality. If you choose to procrastinate today, you're setting yourself up for regret tomorrow. But if you take action, no matter how challenging it may seem, you're building a foundation for success in the future. Every small habit, every little decision adds up. If you spend your time wisely, if you focus on things that matter, you are stacking the blocks for a future that reflects your true desires. But if you keep wasting time, putting things off, or doing things that lead you nowhere, don't expect anything different in the future. What you do today is what you will be tomorrow. It's easy to overlook the impact of today's choices, especially when you're facing the daily grind. But every action you take is like a brick being laid down, creating the path you will walk on in the future. Your future self will look back at these moments, and they will be shaped by what you chose to do today. You hold the power to influence what comes next. The steps you take now are like the foundation of a house. They might not look significant in the moment, but over time, they create the structure that holds everything together. Your decisions may feel small, but don't be fooled. They are everything. Your future self is relying on the decisions you make right now. When you invest time in learning, growing, or working toward your goals, you are directly impacting your future. Your actions today are the investments that will pay off in the days, months, and years ahead. The work you put in now, the energy you spend, the risks you take, all of these will compound and create your reality. Success doesn't happen by chance. It happens because of what you do today. Your future success is in the hands of your present self. If you choose to take small actions now, even when it feels insignificant, you are paving the way for future success. The universe rewards those who take action. There's no substitute for consistent effort. Whether you're working on your goals, improving yourself, or building something, every action is part of the bigger picture. Success is the result of action. If you want a future full of success, fulfillment, and happiness, you must act today as if your future depends on it, because it does. Every choice you make is an opportunity to create the life you want. Start right now, because your future is built on the choices you make today. Don't wait for a sign. Don't wait for things to fall into place. Take action now and trust that everything else will follow. Look at your daily actions. Are they aligned with the life you want to create? If not, change them. The power is in your hands to alter your course. If you continue to make the same choices that don't serve your goals, don't expect your future to be any different. It's time to take control and make decisions that lead you towards success. You are the one who determines your path. No one else can decide for you. The life you want is on the other side of the decisions you make right now. You must take responsibility for your choices. Stop blaming external circumstances. Stop waiting for the world to change. It's time to take charge and make decisions that move you forward. Your future is the sum of your daily actions. If you keep putting off what you know you should do, you're delaying the future you deserve. But if you choose to act now, if you make the decision to take the first step, even if it's a small one, you're already creating the future you want. Each day you take action, no matter how small, is one step closer to where you want to be. You are building momentum. It may not feel like it now, but your consistent efforts will pay off. Think of it like planting a tree. At first, there's nothing to see, but over time, with consistent care and attention, it grows into something powerful. Your future is the result of the small things you do today. Every decision you make matters. The key to a successful future is consistency. It's not about making huge leaps every day. It's about making progress, no matter how small, every single day. Small actions add up, and over time, they create lasting change. Think of your future as a destination. Every choice you make today is like a step along the path that will get you there. Every time you choose to take action, you are creating a bridge that connects where you are now to where you want to be. Consistency is what keeps you moving forward, even when it feels hard. Even when you don't see the results immediately, know that progress is happening. Keep going. Success isn't about a single moment, it's about the journey. The decisions you make today are like a puzzle, and each piece is a part of the bigger picture. You can't expect to have a clear vision of your future without first taking action to create it. Don't just wait for opportunities to come to you, create them. The actions you take today are laying the groundwork for the opportunities you will find tomorrow. If you want to build something great, you have to start somewhere. You have to lay the foundation. Start with what you have and keep building. Over time, you will see the results of your efforts. Don't wait for the stars to align. Create your own opportunities through the actions you take now. Sometimes it may feel like your efforts aren't making a difference. You may feel like you're not getting anywhere, but trust that every small action adds up. Over time, your efforts will snowball into something bigger, something that will bring you closer to your goals. Stay patient, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. Your future self will thank you for the actions you take today. Even if you don't see the results right away, don't stop. Keep going. The results may take time, but they are coming. Believe in the process. Think about the people who have achieved what you want to achieve. What did they do differently? They didn't wait for the perfect time. They made the decision to act. And they did so consistently, even when it wasn't easy. They understood that the future is created by the actions we take today. If you want to create the same future for yourself, you need to follow their lead and start taking action today. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right circumstances. The best time to act is always now. Your future is not something that will just happen to you. It's something you are actively creating right now. The actions you take today determine the life you live tomorrow. If you want a future of success, fulfillment, and happiness, start by making the right choices today. Every small step you take now will move you closer to the future you desire. It's not about waiting for things to change on their own. It's about taking control and shaping your future with every decision you make. Remember, it's not about waiting for the perfect moment, because that moment may never come. Start now, make a decision, take action, and know that every step you take is leading you toward your future. Your future is not something out of your control. It's something you shape with the choices you make today. Don't wait for things to happen. Make them happen. The future you want is not some distant dream. It is being created right now in the choices you make today. Number 10, say I have control over my own life. I have control over my own life. I am the one who decides what happens next. No one else has the power to control my actions or my future. I am the master of my own destiny. The choices I make today are the ones that will shape tomorrow. I am responsible for every aspect of my life, and I am ready to own that responsibility. The decisions I make are mine to make, and no one can take that away from me. I refuse to give my power to anyone else. It's easy to feel like life is happening to me, that circumstances are out of my control. But the truth is, I always have a choice. How I respond, what I do with the challenges that come my way, that's where my power lies. Life is never perfect, but my ability to take action in any situation is what truly matters. When I take responsibility for my actions, I take control over my life. I will not blame others for the things I can change. There will always be people who try to influence me, who want to steer my decisions in a certain direction. But I decide who gets my attention and who doesn't. I have the power to surround myself with positivity, and I choose not to let negativity control me. I control the energy in my life. I will not allow anyone to take away my peace or my focus. The path I walk is mine to choose. Every day is a new opportunity to take charge of my own life. I don't have to wait for things to happen. I can make things happen. I choose how I spend my time, who I spend it with, and what I focus on. I will not allow distractions to steer me off course. I am fully aware of what is within my control, and I take full responsibility for the outcomes of my decisions. I have the ability to make things happen in my life. If something is important to me, I will make it a priority. If I want something, I will go after it. There are no excuses for not taking action. My dreams and goals are within my reach, and I am the only one who can make them happen. No one else can decide my worth or my potential. I am in charge. Life won't always be easy, but I control how I react to every situation. I can choose to stay calm, to stay focused, to find solutions. No matter what life throws at me, I always have the ability to choose how I respond. That's what real power is, making the right decisions, even when things are tough. I won't let fear or doubt dictate my actions. I choose to be courageous and confident in my decisions. I have the strength to create the life I want. I will not be a victim of my circumstances. Instead, I will rise above them. I can shape my environment by the way I respond, and I choose to create a positive one. I control my thoughts, my emotions, and my actions. These are the things that define my life. I refuse to let anyone or anything tell me how to feel or what to think. The life I live today is the result of the choices I've made in the past. Tomorrow's life will be shaped by the decisions I make today. I will no longer let fear or uncertainty hold me back. I will make the choices that move me forward. I will keep my vision clear and my actions consistent. No matter what happens, I will not be swayed from my path. It's easy to fall into the trap of feeling like I'm not in control, especially when things aren't going my way. But even in the most difficult times, I have the power to choose how I respond. I can choose to see obstacles as opportunities for growth. I can choose to learn from my failures and keep moving forward. I can turn any situation into something that benefits me. My life will not be determined by what happens to me, but by how I handle what happens. I am in full control of my own life, and no one can take that from me. I will not give away my power to fear, to doubt, or to anyone else. I am the architect of my own destiny. The future I want is in my hands, and I am going to create it. The choices I make today are the bricks that will build my future, and I'm laying them one by one. Every step I take is a step toward the life I desire. The world will try to push me in different directions. People will tell me what to do, what to believe, what to feel. But I know that I am the one who controls my own path. I will not let outside influences shape who I am or what I do. I choose to be true to myself, to my values, and to my goals. I am the one who decides what success looks like, and I am the one who will achieve it. When I start to feel overwhelmed or uncertain, I remind myself that I have control over how I react to everything. I choose to stay focused on my goals, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. I won't let obstacles stop me. Instead, I will find ways to overcome them, because I know that I am in control. The only thing that can stop me is if I give up, and I won't do that. I have control over my own life, and no one can take that away from me. The moment I stop relying on others to make decisions for me is the moment I take full ownership of my life. I am responsible for my success, my happiness, and my growth. I will no longer wait for permission from anyone. I am in charge. I am in control.